going on, Pokemon trainers? Marty here with Pokemon Battle City, and boy oh boy does it feel good to finally be back. I've been neglecting the channel for some time now, and the main reason why is because I didn't quite have the equipment I needed to make decent videos, but now I do. I got a new laptop and I got some decent software, so I can start making some videos. I look forward to making lots of content. I have some things planned for the Pokemon community. I actually recently applied to become a Pokemon professor, so I'm looking forward to that. A lot has happened in the past couple of months to me, both in my personal life and Pokemon-wise. First things first, I moved from San Diego, California, and now I live here in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm originally from San Antonio, so I'm happy to be back home. The second thing, other than moving here, was I won the California State Championships back in, I want to say late April. I think it was late April or mid-April. So that was a great accomplishment. So one of my proudest moments, I guess you could say. Let's see, there was 240 something masters there, and I mean, it was amazing. I used this deck that you see here in the background. It's Trevenant Break Standard. I decided to go with the Bursting Balloons instead of the Crushing Hammers, and I think I also played DCE, which is different from some of the Trevenant decks I saw in California. I actually played the mirror match in the top 4, but they ran with hammers, I think, and no DCEs. So worked out in my advantage. You know, they didn't draw any Dimension Valleys, and I knew some Trevenant decks didn't play DCE, so I tried my best to avoid using my own Dimension Valley. Threw a couple of DCEs on there and just started tree slamming, and ended up getting all the way up to the finals, where I played against the Greninja Break, and I think I played like 9 Greninja decks that day. It was crazy. But all in all, I mean, I'm looking forward to opening my own league as well. Like I said earlier, I submitted my professor package, or to become a professor, or whatever they call it, and just waiting on that. My background check too, they asked me to do one of those. So if everything works out, I'm gonna open up my own league. I already created a Facebook page for it. It's called Play Pokemon South San Antonio. So if you guys are here in San Antonio, or know anybody that's here in San Antonio and wants to start coming to the league, tell them to look us up on Facebook and ask to join the group. We're doing it at this pizza place called Game On. It's like amazing. It's like Dave and Buster's, but completely pizza. So they have some party rooms that they let me borrow for free, so that I can bring Pokemon players. So look it up, guys, and let's spread the word about South San Antonio's new Pokemon League, and hopefully I'll become official soon, and I can start getting promos and stuff like that. But I mean, anyway, I decided to record some gameplay here of me using the Trevenant deck that I use at States. I think it's card for card the same. I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, it's an amazing deck, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I have a rough time against dark decks, though, especially when they start off with the Fright Night Eviltal, shuts off the Bursting Balloon effect. So if they start off with an Eviltal and they got the energy to power it up, they start pretty much one-shotting my Trevenants, and the Bursting Balloons don't do anything. So the most I can do is Tree Slam for 60 and hope that I got another Trevenant ready to go. But other than that, it works great against everything else. I think in this gameplay here, I'm playing against a Night March deck with the... No, this is actually Mew and Seismitoad. So I'm thinking they're running Glaceon and Jolteon, and just using Mew from the new set Fates Collided to pretty much copy their attacks. But here it looks like my opponent's having a rough start, and one of the things I also noticed about other decks that use Trevenant, sometimes you just need one Trevenant. Don't be too in a hurry to throw down a Shaman and draw more cards. Sometimes all you need is just that one Trevenant. As you can see here, I have a Phantom I'm holding on to in my hand till I get another Burst Seeker or something else. But at this point, I got my opponent trapped, so there's nothing more I need to do other than tree slam, tree slam, tree slam. And I think that's pretty much all you have to do. As you can see, his hand size is ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what he's doing. He's just passing. So see? And yep. And right here, I may have missed it, but I'm thinking about it. Thinking about, hey, maybe I should throw down my Phantom, start powering up another Trevenant just in case. And I think that's what I do in my next turn. But yeah, in AZ. In AZ. So right there, I realized I got my Wally. I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know what, start getting another Trevenant break going. Let's see, is that what I do? Yep, there you go. So I throw on Phantom, add the energy, Burst Seeker, Wally. That's it. I mean, that's really how you gotta play Trevenant. Just keep it simple. No need to hurry up and get extra Pokemon, throw on Shaman. Believe me, that's like the worst thing you want to do is throw down Shaman when you don't need to. They become targets for Lysander, and now you got to waste resources to get them off the active. Another reason why I run DC, and they get their items back. So right here, my opponent throws on the Hoopa, and I think he gets another Shaman. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember exactly what he got, but let's see what he gets. Okay, yeah, Manaphy, Jolteon, and Shaman. So he throws those guys down. Let's see. Well, I guess it just passes. But at this point, there's really nothing I can do, and I really don't feel like using Professor Sycamore and getting rid of my Sarosic and stuff like that. But like I said, I wanted to get another Trevenant done, so I got the other Trevenant done. Glowstone, just in case he takes some damage. And that's it. Just keep tree slamming. But yeah, I've been seeing some deck profiles where they're adding Alakazam to a Trevenant deck. I'm not too sure how effective that really is. The problem is Night March is a problem, especially if you start Alakazam. I don't know how viable that is. I'm gonna probably create it and play with it and see how it works. But to be honest, adding Alakazam to an already powerful deck like Trevenant Break, I think is unnecessary. I mean, it's bad enough you play Shamans and Wobbuffets, and even sometimes I hate it when I start with Wobbuffet, because when I start with Wobbuffet, I can't use my own Shamans, and if I'm going first, you want to get Wally out as soon as possible, get that turn 1 item lock. And if you start off with a Wobbuffet and you got a Shaman in your hand and no way to retrieve that Wobbuffet, it becomes a burden. And I've lost some games because I start with Wobbuffet and that's it. So here my opponent, I mean, I got to give him credit. He's down big. He ended me before, but I mean, like I said, I've been saving my resources, so I've been getting a lot of stuff back I need or I could always use. But at this point, my opponent, he's pretty much just giving up on the Seismitoad. So I powered up a Manaphy. I'm not too sure why, but I guess Manaphy, just in case I Lysander it and try to knock it out, I guess. I'm not too sure, but at this point, I decided to go ahead and go with Silent Fear and start spraying damage. The reason why is because I don't want to knock out Seismitoad and have him or give him a chance to bring up a fresh Pokemon and start attacking. So I figure this way I keep Seismitoad trapped and I just keep spraying damage. One of the concerns I did have was, alright, does this guy run, Rough Seas? Because Rough Seas is another card that makes life difficult for Trevenant Break. And I learned that firsthand in the finals against Hale. He played 4 Rough Seas and literally erased my damage for like 4 turns straight. And at that point, he ended up getting out his Greninja breaks and I just couldn't do anything. So it was kind of a risk, but at this point he just, he's like, whatever, I give up. but yeah. Let's see what else we got. This is 50 coins. Anyway, So I got one more video for you. I think this next one was a little bit more interesting. I think it's against Mega Rayquaza, and Mega Rayquaza is another deck that can completely run me over or run this deck over if they go first. And I think here I was lucky enough to go first, so I was able to get the turn 1 Wally. Now let's see. You can see here I got the Wobbuffet. I decided not to throw down the Wobbuffet just yet. I don't think I do, but Wobbuffet, God, it's a pain in the ass. So anyway, right here I go ahead and I get a Trainer's Mail, get a Wally. That was amazing. Turn 1 Wally. Throw down my Flowstone because let's see, let's throw it down. I wasn't too sure. I was like, no, I'll just wait. So I go ahead and I got turn 1 Wally. Now this is a great situation, but it could have been better had I drawn an energy, because at this point I missed the energy attachment, so that was huge. Now I could have shamaned and maybe drawn another card, but now he becomes a target. So at this point my opponent's like, whatever, I can probably overrun this guy with this power over Mega Rayquaza, and that's exactly what he does. So he just Mega Evolves, passes a turn. I could have judged him, but he already had 4 cards, so I was like, no, I'd rather get more cards myself. So here I draw an energy, which is great. I decide to, at this point, just, you know what, you're adding a DCE. If I don't get something going, he's going to destroy my Trevenant, and it's game over. So I throw down my Phantom, and I go ahead and set up for 5. And what I'm looking for is a break. There we go, and I got it. So I go ahead and I throw down the break, and I throw down all these Phantoms because I have a feeling I'm going to start getting run over. So I need some time to power up some trees. So my Trainer's Mail, I get Professor Sycamore for next turn, throw down my Trevenant, and I think here I decide to, let's see, yeah, I get the Bursting Balloon. So yeah, I get the Bursting Balloon here. And the reason I got the Bursting Balloon was because I'm pretty sure he's going to hit me. So I'd rather get as much damage on the board as I can. And another reason I'm glad I played that Floatstone. So go ahead and pass, and just like any Rayquaza deck, they just unload. They drop down the Hoopa here and just pretty much set up. But I like Rayquaza. When Rayquaza deck first came out, I played Mega Rayquaza, but at the time, Mega Manectric was real popular, and I tried all kinds of different Rayquaza decks. I tried Rayquaza with Virizion, Rayquaza with Altaria, Rayquaza with Metal Lynx, and regardless, the Mega Manectric just destroyed me. So this version runs Jolteon. Sweet. Okay, well yeah, as you can see, destroys my tree. So at this point I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? So I decided to throw up a Phantom and hope to draw a Trevenant, and maybe I could Wally into it. But no, I ended up getting another Wally. At this point I'm like, no, I need to get more cards. I need more to do. So I get a Trevenant, and I think I sacrificed this Trevenant. I go ahead and try to see if I can get another Bursting Balloon. So I Ultra Ball, get rid of a Judge and an Energy, and I go and I get on the Shaman. And I decided to throw my energy on the bench, I think. Yeah, I decided to throw on the bench because at that point, that Trevenant's pretty much dead. So I set up for 4, and I get a Bursting Balloon, which is amazing. So I throw on the Bursting Balloon there, Super Rod, my line back, because those Trev breaks are important. And I realized too, I got a lot of Phantoms still on my bench, so I decided to just throw the whole line back. And go ahead and pass, and let another tree go down. And that's another great thing about the meta nowadays. It's all these one prize attackers that is pretty much winning, because right now this Mega Rayquaza, if it goes down and we don't have another one set up, not only did he give me 2 prizes, but now he's behind. So goes ahead, hits my Trevenant, another 180. Alright, so go ahead and bring out the Phantom with the energy. Go ahead and power him up, evolve, and I think you're at Wally, I think. Not too sure. But no, I think I don't. I just set down the Dimension Valley and a Tree Slam. Oh, that's right. I06 is double colorless. I'm like, alright. And then I think I decide to Tree Slam and pretty much threaten him with that bursting balloon. I'm like, okay, you can attack him with your active Rayquaza, but he's gonna get knocked out, give him 2 prizes, or you can just sacrifice him, start powering up another one, and that's exactly what it does. He Mega Evolves, passes. At this point, I think I got the strategy. So I looked at my deck. I'm looking for a Lysander. Don't got one, so I was like, all right, what can I do here? And that's the other thing too about Fred Break. If they are not careful and they bench a Pokemon, it becomes a target. You Lysander that bad boy up and start spreading damage, and that's exactly what I do next turn. So evolving to the Break, at this point I decide to, you know what, let me start spreading damage. I don't think he's going to waste a DC on his wounded Mega Rayquaza. So I decided to get rid of my Float Stones. At that point, they're not very important anymore. I keep Wobbuffet just in case. He might be a last-minute attacker. Sometimes when I build up enough damage, I can bring out Wobbuffet and start knocking out things. But here, I decided to start spreading damage. I mean, I could have gone with the Tree Slam and just knocked it out, but I didn't think my opponent had anything in his hand, so I'm like, you know what? I don't think he's going to waste any energy on this Mega Rayquaza. So I'll just go ahead and spread damage, and maybe I could get 60 damage on all the Pokemon on his bench. Sure enough, that's what he does. He passes, so that was a risk. It could have gone badly had he had a way to retreat or switch. So here I decided to Lysander Hoopa and just freaking just spread damage, knock out the Mega Rayquaza. And then I decided to keep the other Verse Seeker in my hand so that I could Lysander again if he decides to retreat or AZ. But at this point, my opponent's trapped. He's not getting anything. I bet you he probably had a bunch of Rayquaza Spirit Links and all kinds of stuff. And then here, I decided not to use my Bursting Balloon because I don't think he has a way of getting out of there. So yeah, my opponent just decides to quit. So. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. If you could, leave me a like, comment, whatever you think down in the bottom. And don't forget to hit us up on Facebook. I appreciate your time, guys. Y'all take care. Bye.